Hello, everyone. Welcome to General Chemistry 2. My name is VJ Antharam, and I will be your professor for this 16-week course. This is just a brief introduction to me and a little bit of the outline for what you can expect. First of all, just as a preliminary introduction, this is Gen Chem 2, Chem 1520 for the Fall 2023 term. We are planning to meet Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 1:50 p.m. The lab is scheduled from Wednesday 2 to 5 p.m. So the lab will be 248 HSC, Hendricks Science Complex, and the lecture where we will meet 3 times a week will be in Hendricks Science Complex 242. My office is in 214 of Hendricks. You'll find this my course schedule. You'll find my office hours. You can find information to contact me just in case if I'm not available. This is my cell number, and this is my office number just in case of emergencies.
Before, this is just a brief introduction to me and me personally wanting to welcome each and every one of you. So we've got a big class here, about 24, 25 students. So I'd like to take the opportunity to know you guys as much as you can and help you achieve your goals here while you're at Methodist University, whether it's a chemistry major, biology major, or some other major. Well, first of all, a little bit about myself. I'm from Gainesville, Florida. I got my bachelor's degree in 1999 from the University of Florida. And I did my PhD, which I received in 2008 in biochemistry. So really my expertise is in biochemistry, but since joining Methodist at 2015, most of my time and effort and energy has been on this course and Gen Chem 1. So I also did 2 postdocs at the University of Florida as well. So doing everything at UF is kind of good, but it's also kind of bad in some ways. But I enjoyed my time there and I made a lot of friends. So I've been married for about 7 years so far, and it's been a nice ride. A little bit about my passions and interests and hobbies. I really love the Orlando Magic. If I had the chance, I would probably quit everything and just go to every home game since I grew up in Central Florida. I don't really like traveling, to be honest with you, but I like traveling on road trips, usually coming back home to my own bed. But I do like going to the libraries. I like reading, recreational reading. Not these big medical school or university libraries, but public libraries and such. So like traveling to local places, small shops, and so on. And I also like elephants, so they're definitely my favorite animal as I've learned about them. Now that I'm married and have kids, I don't have much time to spend on studying elephants or looking at their pictures. But in my office, used to have pictures adorned with elephants all over. But that's changed, and I guess things have changed. But your hobbies and passions kind of stay with you, no matter how much time you devote towards them. So anyways, let's talk a little bit about the grades for this class. Excuse me. So the way this works, if you had me for Gen Chem 1, it's pretty much the same system. Homeworks are practice. So if you turn in your homeworks, you'll get 10 points. The solution manual is on Canvas. I have 4 quizzes, and the quizzes are going to be due the same day as the exam. So the way this works is on the day of the exam, you'll take your exam, you'll take it through Canvas, and then you'll also upload your quiz through Canvas. Like that, there'll be 4 take-home quizzes. And I dropped the lowest quiz. Quizzes are 15% of your grade. Homeworks are an easy 7.5% of your grade. There's 4 tests. I should mention that I'm going to cover, my plan is to cover chapters 11, 12, which will cover test 1, chapter 13, 14, test 2, 15, 16, test 3, and then 17, 18, test 4. So there is a cumulative final exam, but that will only replace the low test grade. We want everyone to take the cumulative final exam, even if they're coming in with an A, because it cannot harm you, it can only hurt you. Also, the cumulative final exam serves as my evaluation from the department. We're going to have labs, just like in Gen Chem 1. Some of you had the summer off before taking Gen Chem 2, so get yourself back into that general chemistry mode. The labs are going to be very interesting and a lot of fun in Gen Chem 2, also a little more intense and a lot more mathematical than Gen Chem 1. So it's a good challenge, and I hope all of you will enjoy the labs as long as you practice good safety. All my labs are recorded, so if you cannot make the lab, we would ask you to watch the recording, but the full best experience is by doing the lab by yourself or with your lab group. And at the end of the term, we'll have a lab notebook that you'll turn in for 2.5% of your grade.
So just want to give a brief tentative test and quiz schedule. This is once again tentative. It's not set in stone. It depends on the pace and the tempo of the class. And if it does change, I'll definitely give you enough time to adjust. I realize everyone has multiple classes that are going on and juggling multiple things. So for now, our first test is scheduled for Wednesday, September 6th, 2023. And that is when take-home quiz 1 will be due. So there's 4 quizzes in this class. They're take-home. You'll turn them in the day of the test. So on test date, you'll come in, take your exam. It's a combination of multiple choice and maybe about 2 or 3 computational problems, and maybe even up to 4 or 5 computational problems. And then you'll come take your exam, pencil to paper, and then turn in your quiz. So like that, we'll do that for test 1. It will cover chapters 11 and 12. Test 2 will cover 13 and 14. That's scheduled for Wednesday, October 4th, 2023. Again, turn in your quiz 2 during that time period or during that day. Test 3, Monday, October 1st, 2023. Take-home quiz 3 will be due. And then test 4 is the last day of class. I believe this is the last day of the semester before finals, and that's scheduled for Monday, November 27th. Your take-home quiz 4 is due. This is going to be right after Thanksgiving. So that's the only way I could fit it in. I do drop one low quiz, so make sure you account for that when you do your quizzes. The quizzes are about 50 points, or they will be 50 points. Your tests will vary from 35 to 40 points. I haven't made the tests yet. When I do, we'll have a review session for those tests and those exams. There's a cumulative final exam. Everyone must take the exam, even though it will not harm you. The reason why I want everyone to take the exam is because it's part of the evaluation for myself. And it's scheduled to be 25 multiple choice questions. It will replace 1 low test score. So that's what I mean when I say it should not harm you in any way. Even if you're coming in with an A, we still want you to take the exam because, once again, everyone should take the test. It's part of the instructor and the evaluation. So this is a tentative schedule in terms of quizzes and tests. The quiz will be due on the same day as the test. And all quizzes should be out on Canvas, so don't fall behind. Continue to do the quiz along with your homeworks in pace with the lecture.
Final exam. So textbook, there is actually no official textbook for this class. There is an ebook that's for free, so we're saving students the cost of actually buying a textbook, and there will be a problem set. And the problem set is from this book, Chang and Goldsby. So I've already scanned the pages that have the homework problems, so you can just do them from there. And the solution manual is also on Canvas. So that's something new. You don't have to have a textbook. You can have this PDF textbook that's available for you. Most students have gotten good grades without really purchasing a textbook and just doing the homework problems, watching my lecture videos, and applying themselves and doing all the work. Here's the grading scale. So 92 to 100 is an A. If you're going to aim for an A, make sure it's within this 92 to 100 range. If it's a 91.7, probably I'll bump it up, but don't bank on it. Really depends on a whole bunch of different factors, but I've always tried to, especially if you're a good student, and they're, based on my vibe, then I'll try my best to bump people up, but I wouldn't count on it. If you want an A, aim for a 92, 93, 94. Likewise, if you want a B, 84, 85 is the comfort range.